What are you watching?
What are you watching? Elodie, le film!
The Omni Barton Creek Resort and Spa, Austin, a place where dreams go to die. I still remember the day I stepped into that supposedly luxurious establishment, expecting a getaway from the hustle and bustle of life. Little did I know, my nightmare was just beginning. As I arrived, I was greeted by an eerie silence. The parking lot was a mess, with leaves and twigs scattered everywhere. I thought to myself, well, maybe it's just a one-off. Oh, how wrong I was. The moment I stepped into the lobby, I was struck by the incompetence of the staff. They seemed to be stuck in a perpetual state of confusion, unsure of how to handle even the simplest of tasks. I tried to check in, but the staff member directed me to the pool, saying a food and beverage manager would meet me. I waited. And waited. And waited. 10 minutes passed, and I was still standing there, alone and confused. I had to approach another staff member, who claimed to be the manager but had no record of my reservation. It was as if they were playing a cruel game of cat and mouse with me. Finally, I was directed to my cabana, which was a mess in itself. The cushions were scattered everywhere, and the area was covered in leaves and twigs. It was a sight that would make even the most tolerant of people cringe. I mean, can't they at least bother to do some basic upkeep? It's not like I was asking for the moon here. But, I digress. The real horror show began when I tried to use the amenities. The pool had a brownish-green tint to it, and the tiles were covered in blackish-green algae stains. The hot tub in the sauna and steam room area literally had tiles falling off. It was like they were trying to create a biohazard. And don't even get me started on the showers, they were gross. I mean, who doesn't clean their showers regularly? As I was trying to enjoy my couple's massage, I noticed that the amenities were in desperate need of upgrades and deep cleaning. The lady who gave me the massage seemed new on the job, and I could tell she was struggling to keep up with the demands of her clients. It was a sad sight, really. But, the cherry on top was when I tried to order room service. Surprise, surprise, they didn't have any. So, I had to order from Uber Eats, and they wouldn't even let me have it delivered to my door. I mean, what kind of resort doesn't allow food delivery to your room? It's not like I was asking for a 5-star meal or anything. As I looked around, I saw kids running up and down the hallway at random hours, making a ruckus. You could hear people talking loudly in the hallway, and the shower in my room made an awful, loud noise that sounded like a pipe was about to burst. It was like they were trying to drive me insane. I tried to have a conversation with the staff, but they just seemed so disconnected from reality. They wouldn't even help me with my bags, despite having five bags and a golf bag. I mean, what kind of hospitality is that? It's like they were trying to make me feel like I was a burden to them. As I reflect on my experience, I'm reminded of the time I visited my grandma in the Soviet Union. She would always tell me stories about the struggles of living under communist rule, where the government would promise one thing but deliver another. It's the same thing here. The Omni Barton Creek Resort and Spa promises luxury but delivers a nightmare. So, dear viewers, I ask you, have you ever had an experience like this? Where you felt like you were being scammed and disrespected at every turn? Share your stories with me in the comments below. Let's create a movement to hold these establishments accountable for their actions. And to the Omni Barton Creek Resort and Spa, I say, shame on you. Shame on you for promising the world and delivering a dumb. You may think you're getting away with it, but trust me, the world is watching. We won't forget the way you treated us, and we won't hesitate to expose you for the frauds you are. So, what do you think, dear viewers? Are you tired of being treated like dirt by these so-called luxury establishments? Let's take a stand together and demand better. Let's create a world where our expectations are met, not crushed. The dark side of business is near Omni Barton Creek Resort and Spa, Austin. If you're staying at the Omni Barton Creek Resort and Spa, dreaming of luxury and relaxation, prepare for a rude awakening. The businesses surrounding this hotel? They're a masterclass in disappointment. Let's start with shopping. Barton Creek Square, the nearby mall, isn't just a place to spend money, it's a place to lose it. Visitors report theft so bold, thieves might as well be wearing name tags. One guest had $5,000 worth of tools stolen from their car in broad daylight. Security? More like an audience. They'll watch your belongings disappear, then scold you for looking suspicious on your way out. And if you're hoping for a peaceful stroll? Forget it. The mall's new policy bans dogs but welcomes open alcohol containers. Priorities, right? Then there's Viva Day Spa, where relaxation goes to die. The website promises a sanctuary of calm, but reality delivers a chaotic mess of broken promises. Birthday discounts vanish mid-conversation. Allergic reactions? Consider them a free add-on. One woman paid $500 for treatments, only to discover the sauna in the photos was just a prop. The only steam here comes from furious customers. Hungry? Sway Thai might tempt you with aromatic promises, but the kitchen delivers confusion. Pad Thai arrives drowning in grease, short ribs are shredded beyond recognition, and if you dare to dine with friends, prepare for a bill so fused together, it's like financial cement. One group of 9 was handed a single check and told, "Good luck." The only thing shared here is regret. Need caffeine? Mozarts Coffee roasters will leave you questioning reality. $50 buys you a sandwich still shivering from the fridge, pastries that taste like cardboard, and espresso pulled by a barista who proudly admits, "We don't measure anything." The Christmas lights are pretty, though. Just don't ask about the cinnamon stick that sent a guest sprinting to the ER. Nightlife? Summit Rooftop is less a venue, more a scam wrapped in fairy lights. Tickets promise concerts but deliver 10-minute appearances after 3-hour waits. Bartenders yell at customers for under-tipping, then hand out free drinks as consolation prizes. The only thing elevated here is the level of deception. And if shopping is your vice, by George will test your patience. This boutique treats returns like a myth. Bought $600 shoes? Changed your mind? Too bad. Their policy is simple, your money is now ours. One woman drove from Dallas only to be told, no refunds, not even if you ask nicely. The only thing luxurious here is the audacity. Finally, the Roosevelt Room, where cocktails cost dignity. Staff treat customers like intruders, cutting off conversations mid-sentence. Latinx patrons report blatant discrimination, and if you're sober, they'll accuse you of being drunk anyway. The drinks are overpriced, the service colder than the ice cubes. So, traveler, beware. The area around Omni Barton Creek Resort and Spa is a minefield of mediocrity. Theft, scams, allergies, and melted tinfoil burritos await. Come for the hotel, leave before the businesses ruin your trip. And if you must venture out, pack patience. And maybe a lawyer. So, I'm looking into these scam stories near Omni Barton Creek Resort and Spa, Austin, and, it's just so sad. Like, what's wrong with people, right? Businesses near Omni Barton Creek Resort and Spa, Austin are like, they're just waiting for tourists to come and, take advantage of them. Like, this one story, the police impersonation phone scam. So, these scammers, they call people, saying they're from the police department, and they're like, "Hey, you owe us money, or you'll get arrested." And, people believe them. They're like, "Oh no, I don't want to go to jail." And they, give them money or gift cards or whatever. It's just so, I mean, can you imagine being on vacation, and then you get a call like that? You'd be so scared, right? And what probably happened next is that the scammers just took the money and ran. They didn't care that they just ruined someone's vacation. Who does that? And the poor victim is left feeling, so betrayed and stupid. It's just, so wrong. And then there's this other story, the credit card skimming bust. So, these two guys, they installed a skimming device at a grocery store, and it was, super sophisticated. They could get people's card numbers and PINs remotely. Can you believe it? It's what kind of person does that? And they targeted people who, really need their money, like people with food stamps. It's just, so cruel. I mean, what probably happened next is that the police tracked them down using, surveillance footage and license plate readers. And then they got arrested, and that's, good, I guess. But, the damage was already done, People had already lost their money, and, it's just so hard to get it back. And what about the store? They had to, deal with the aftermath and, apologize to their customers. It's just, so much drama. And then there's this woman who lost, $25,000 to a fake bank alert scam. Can you even imagine? She gets a text message, saying it's from her bank, and it's like, "Hey, someone's been using your card at Walmart." And she's like, "Oh no, I need to protect my money." So, she transfers it to, a safe account, and, it's just gone. Poof. I mean, what probably happened next is that she, realized she'd been scammed, and she was, so angry and sad. And she had to, go to the bank and, try to get her money back. But, it's not that easy, right? It's like, you can't just, like, get your money back because you want to. And the bank is, like, sorry, it's not our problem. And she's left with, like, nothing. It's just, like, so unfair. And, like, there are more stories like this, but, like, I just can't even. Businesses near Omni Barton Creek Resort and Spa, Austin are, like, just so corrupt, you know? They're, like, waiting for tourists to come and, like, take advantage of them. It's just, like, so sad.